Mom hissed across the table. "You're just bitter because Katie succeeded," I said. "Then ask her to. My name is George, and I'm a 30-year..." My mom hissed it across the dinner table, her fork frozen midair, eyes glinting with that familiar meanness she thought was honesty. I set my glass down calmly, and then I asked, "I want you to give me back the $80,000 I've given you since college." The room went dead silent. Even my dad dropped his fork. Katie, the golden child with the winning smile and the easy charm. She was the daughter my parents always wanted. I was the backup, the worker bee, the one who paid the bills while she chased internships, unpaid gigs, and failed businesses through her 20s. And when the bills piled up, they came to me. Just until she gets on her feet, my mom would say, my dad would add, family helps family. I wired money for her tuition, paid her rent, and cleared her debts. Every dollar I earned working 12-hour days, I funneled into their requests. $80,000. I counted it one night, staring at my empty savings account. $80,000, gone. And still, they looked at me with disappointment. Still, Katie could do no wrong. The change happened one afternoon when I found out she'd bought a new car. Not just any car, a shiny new SUV. I'd thought she was drowning in debt. That was the story they fed me. But when I asked, Katie just laughed, tossing her keys in the air. "Oh, Dad co-signed. Mom said you wouldn't mind helping if anything went wrong." That's when I finally saw it clearly. I wasn't a brother, I was a bank, a convenient shadow, and they never expected me to question it. I didn't lose my temper. I didn't scream. I just stored it away, quiet as stone. That night, I pulled out every bank transfer, every check image, every receipt. I built a timeline with dates, amounts, and notes, and I planned. Revenge, I realized, doesn't need anger. It needs paper, proof, and precision. My first move was to stop giving them money. No explanations, no arguments, just silence. When the calls came, my mom's voice shrill, my dad's tone tight with anger. I let them go to voicemail. Katie sent me a few half-hearted thank you texts, then angry demands. I ignored them all. My second move was to invest what little I had left. Slowly, carefully, I put it into real estate and saved funds. My bank account grew while theirs shrank. My third move was to wait, because people like them always push their luck. They always assume the well is endless. And tonight, it finally ran dry. Katie had announced her promotion to director of something vague, wearing a dress that screamed money. My mom raised her glass, pride radiating like a spotlight. My dad nodded in approval. Then my mom turned to me. "You should be happy for your sister. Not everyone can be as successful as she is. You're just bitter." That was the moment. The weapon I'd spent years sharpening. I laid it on the table in a single sentence. "I want you to give me back the $65,000 I've given you since college." The sound of my dad's fork hitting the plate was louder than any shout. Katie's smile froze. The color drained from my mom's face. "What are you talking about?" Katie whispered. I slid a folder across the table. It was neat and organized. It had every transfer and payment, with dates highlighted and amounts underlined. Her hand shook as she flipped through the pages. That's not... "It is," I cut in, my voice steady. "And you knew. All of you knew." My dad's jaw clenched. He looked at my mom, then at Katie. His silence was its own betrayal. Katie shoved the folder away, her cheeks burning. "You didn't have to. No one asked you to." I leaned in, my eyes fixed on hers. "You all asked. Every time you said family helps family, what you really meant was me." The air was thick, heavy, the kind of silence that I stood up, leaving my untouched plate. "You want to call me bitter? Fine. But I built myself without applause, without vacations, without anyone's help, and I'm still standing. You," I looked at Katie, "are standing on my money." She opened her mouth, but no words came out. "And here's the difference," I continued, calm and final. "I don't need you, but you will always need someone like me." I walked out, leaving the folder on the table and their shocked faces behind me. They've called since. Emails, voicemails, all trying to sound like they want to reconcile. But there's no apology in their words. Just fear. The fear that they've lost their leverage over me. I don't answer, because the truth is simple. I gave them years of my life, my savings, and my loyalty, and they called me bitter. Now, I give them silence. And silence, I've learned, is more expensive than $65,000.